Hello students, in today's class we will be having a quick recap of all the basics which we have already discussed in the previous classes, and followed by that we will discuss about distinct query to eliminate all the duplicate values while displaying the output, and about where clause to filter the records while displaying a result in the table. Yes, so let's start the class. Okay, so let us have a quick recap of the concepts which we have discussed earlier, and followed by that we will discuss regarding the distinct query and where clause in today's class. So to list all the databases, so as you know very well how to create a database, in case if you have forgot the database name, you can use this query show databases to display all the names of the databases, and from that you can retrieve the name, from that you can access the name which you have already given. Yes, and to enter into the database we will use the query use database name. As I have given the database name as Renu, I have given use Renu, so now it has entered into the database. To display the names of the tables which I have created, show tables query we will be using, and followed by that to view the contents of the table, always to view the contents of the table or to extract the contents of the table entirely, we will be using the select asterisk from learner command. That is learner is the table name, so select query helps you to extract all the contents when you use it along with the asterisk symbol. Yes, instead of asterisk, if you use the respective column name like roll number or name, that particular column name alone will be retrieved. Yes, on that particular column and the contents will be retrieved. But if you use this asterisk symbol, the entire contents, whatever you have created for this respective learner table, everything gets retrieved. Clear? And to insert the values into the table, after creating the table we will be inserting the values, right? First thing you will create the database, and followed by that you will enter into the database using use query, and then you will create the table. Yes, this is the procedure we have to follow in SQL when we are working. So after creating the table you will insert values into the table, and after inserting the values, to check whether the values has been inserted, you will use the select query along with the same format. Yes, now all the contents has been inserted, and if you wanted to make any changes in the table, that is in the structure of the table, you have to use this alter table query. So in alter table query you have three commands: add, drop and modify. So add command helps you to add a column, and drop helps you to delete a column, and modify helps you to make any changes in the column name or the data type which you have created. Yes, regarding this alter table command we have already discussed. So just for a procedure and the flow which you're supposed to follow up, I'm just giving a recap here quickly. Then followed by that, to view the structure of the table which you have created, you will use describe followed by the table name. So here now the games column has been added. Can you see? And if you wanted to view the contents of the table, whether the games column has been added or not, again we will be using the same select query. And here for games column we have not given any values so far, so by default this null will be placed in all the rows. Yes, and if you wanted to modify the command, modify the games column from varchar data type to integer data type, you can do it with the help of the modify command along with the alter table query. So modify games integer, if you give like this, what will happen? The games column will be changed into integer data type. Yes, and if it is no longer needed, the respective column, you can delete it with the help of the drop command along with the alter table query. So alter table learner drop the respective column name you have to give, and when you are deleting, when you are removing the particular column, you don't have to provide the data type. So data type is not necessary when you are removing a column from the table. So drop games alone is enough. And to check whether the games column has been removed from the table, again we will be using this describe learner command. So it helps you to display the structure of the table, and here the games column has been removed. And followed by that, how to retrieve single, multiple and entire contents of the column we have discussed already. To retrieve a single column you will use only the respective column name. Multiple columns you have to give the multiple column names, and to retrieve the entire contents you will be using asterisk symbol. So when you receive the question, you will be getting like how will you view the contents of the table, how will you extract the contents of the table, or how will you retrieve the contents of the table. So for all these three questions, you will be using this select query. So select followed by asterisk, or if you wanted to retrieve based on the columns, you will be giving the column names. So these are the things which we have already discussed, and followed by that, now we will discuss regarding the distinct query. So distinct query helps you to eliminate all the duplicate values. Sometimes we may come across 2 to 3 same repeated values in a table, right? In that case, if you want to remove those kinds of values, you can go with this distinct query, and you can use that only for this displaying purpose. It will not make any changes in the actual table. So if you see here, select marks 1 from student, I have retrieved the column marks 1. So when I retrieve this column marks 1, what will happen here is, what happened here, 93 has been displayed twice because it is already there in the table, like here, see, 93 and 93. So two values are there already. So what will happen, only this marks column will be retrieved. So that marks column has been retrieved and it has been displayed like this. If I wanted to eliminate this 93 which has been displayed twice, and if I wanted to display only once for one instance, I have to apply the distinct query before the column where I wanted to make a change. So in the marks column, I wanted to make the change in the output. So before the marks, apply this distinct query. Yes. So select distinct marks 1 from student. If you give, 93 will be displayed only once. Can you see the difference between the previous slide and this one? 293 is there and only 1 will be displayed here. So it will not get repeated again and again. So that is why we use this distinct query. And how to retrieve data from all the rows? Obviously, we will be using the select query. In case if you wanted to eliminate the duplicates, we will be using the distinct query along with the select keyword, right? And if you wanted to retrieve the column alone, if you wanted to retrieve the entire particular column alone, we will be using select keyword along with the respective column name. And arithmetic operators with select. So when you use arithmetic operators with a select query, what will happen is all the arithmetic operations will be performed and it will display the result. So these are the arithmetic operators which we can use in SQL. Here division and modulus, the difference between these both operators is division will return only the remainder, whereas division will return the quotient and modulus will return the remainder of the division. So that is the difference between the division and modulus. And followed by that, see here, to apply arithmetic operators along with the select query. So select marks 1 plus 5 from student. In case when you get out of question in your question paper during the exam, whomsoever has attended that particular question, you will be getting full marks, right? So in that case, we will be adding the marks for those students. So to add marks for in that case, what we can do, we can go with this particular arithmetic operators when we work with the table. So for marks 1 column, I wanted to add plus 5 for all the students. If I wanted to add plus 5 for all the students, I can do it with the help of this arithmetic operator, like select the respective column name plus 5 and followed by from the student table. So in the student table, I wanted to make a change in the marks column. So that gets displayed like this. Understood? So if you see here, the mark was 93 in the first row and 91. So 93 will be changed to 98 and 91 will be changed to 96 over here. Can you see the difference? And this will make the change only during the output, and this will not make a change in your table. So if you want to make a change in your table, that is in the contents of the table, we will be using update query, that we will learn later. And we are discussing regarding this particular alter table and select query alone now. So here, these are some other examples which you can try based on the arithmetic operators. So when you make use of this arithmetic operators along with the respective column, it will be reflected only during the output. The changes will reflect only in the output and it will not make any changes in the table which you have already created. Clear? Even you can perform some normal calculations like this 7 into 3 plus 21. If I give along with the select query, it will work much similar to calculator and it will display the result in the table form. Similarly over here 71 plus 34 will give you 105. So you can work like this. with the arithmetic operators along with the select query. And to use column alias means we can how do we have two different names? Official, we may have an official name, and in our home we will have a pet name, right? Likewise, you can give an alias name for the column, that too during the output. So during the output, if you wanted to display the column name in a more meaningful way, you can go with this column alias concept. So if you see here, select marks 1 as marks secured from student. Here, to work with this column alias, we will be using as keyword. So instead of as keyword, if you just leave a space in between, it will work in the same way. So here, select marks 1 as marks secured. So marks 1 column, which column you wanted to make a change? So marks 1 column I wanted to display as marks secured. Yes, when you do it like this, what will happen? During the output, that is while displaying, this marks 1 column will be displayed as marks secured. So this is how you will be using the column alias. Clear? From the respective student table. Now we understood. So it gets displayed like this. And instead of as keyword, if you just leave a space between marks 1 and marks secured, and whatever text you are giving within the query, you have to enclose within quotes. That you have to keep in mind. So even if I give a space in between, it will work in the same way. Clear? And putting text in query output. So before that, I'll show you how this works. So we have discussed regarding these things now. After entering into the table, here it displays all the entire contents of the table as select asterisk from learner, and here select distinct marks 1 from learner I have given. So select distinct regarding the distinct query to eliminate the duplicates. Here we have 293, so only 193 has been displayed now and in the output, and followed by that in the column alias. So in column alias, or before that, so the arithmetic operators which you wanted to use here in this MySQL. So just go with select. If I give 5 into 4 plus 1, terminate with a semicolon, and it will display the result like this. So this is how we will be working with arithmetic operators in SQL, and followed by that for column alias. So column alias to display with a different name. So here select for the marks column, I wanted to display it as marks got by the student. You can use it like this from learner table. So if you see here, can you see the marks column which I have given here that has been retrieved as marks got? Yes, this is how this column alias will work. Even if you use the same query without the as keyword, I have just provided a space between marks column and the marks got string. Both work in the same way. Yes, even if you use the as keyword or without the as keyword, both work in the same way when it comes to column alias. And how to put a text inside the query, now we'll see. So to put a text inside the query, it makes your output more presentable, or to display it in a more meaningful way, we can use the text in between the query. That too for the displaying purpose. So if you see here, select roll number, name has secured marks. So followed by name, Siddharth Sehal has secured marks 93. So it looks more meaningful now while displaying the output. So in that case, if you wanted to add a text inside the query for displaying purpose, you can do it with the help of this particular string. So to do this, see here, select roll number, name, and followed by name, you can provide this query, the string. So followed by name, for example, Siddharth Sehal, within the quotes you have to give has got marks, and followed from learner table. And if I provide this marks column, I have not given here. So to provide the marks column, here you have to provide the marks column from learner. So when we give like this, Sehal has got marks 93, Kaur has got marks 91, Monica Rana has got marks 93, Arjun Singh has got marks 85. So now it makes your table more presentable and meaningful, no? So this is why we can use text inside the query output, and retrieving specific rows using the where clause. So far we have discussed how to retrieve the entire column of the table, or how to retrieve the entire contents of the table by using the select query, right? By using the select keyword, we can extract the columns alone. We cannot extract the rows. We will be extracting only the columns, either a single column or a multiple column or the entire column of the table. But in case if you wanted to extract the specific rows, you can do it so by using the where clause. So where clause helps you to filter the records. So record is also known as a row. Yes, a row is also called as a record, and column is also called as a field or attribute. Understood? So a row is also called as a record or tuple, and to extract those records or the rows, we have to use a query in this form along with the where clause. So select followed by column name 1, column name from the respective table name, and followed by the where keyword, you have to provide the condition. So by looking at the example, you will understand much better. So see here, now I am retrieving only two columns, name and marks 1, and followed by that, and from which table I am going to retrieve, that I have to provide. So I am going to retrieve select name and marks 1. Select helps you to extract. So select name marks 1 from student table, followed by where keyword, and followed by the where keyword, you have to provide the condition. So what condition you wanted to apply to filter the record to extract the specific row. I have given the condition marks 1 greater than 80. So whomsoever has got marks 1 greater than 80, only those student names will be retrieved. So if you see this table, those who have got marks greater than 80, Siddharth, Gurpreet and Monica Rana, right? So Siddharth has got 93, Gurpreet more than 80, Monica more than 80. All the other students have got marks less than 80. So this will not be taken into account. Now you understood, this is how the where clause works. Clear? And here marks 1 plus 5. Here also this arithmetic operators also you can use along with the where clause. So you can add marks, you can add plus 5 for the marks column, that too by setting a condition. So select name marks 1 plus 5 from the student table where marks 1 less than 80. So which means whomsoever has got less than 80 marks, for all those students I am going to add plus 5. So the students, those who have got marks less than 80, the names are Jatinder, George, Deepa, Akshay. So if you see here, Jatinder has got 78, which is less than 80. So 78 plus 5 will be 83. Similarly, George has got 76. So 76 plus 5 you will get 81. Clear? Like this you can retrieve the specific rows and you can add marks for that also. So this is also possible. So this is how we can work with this. Now when it comes to relational operators, so relational operators, and these are the 6 relational operators which you have. Yes, equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. And to use these relational operators, already we have used here. So much similar to this, here we have used the arithmetic operators along with it. And to apply this relational operators completely, see here, select asterisk from student where marks 1 greater than or equal to 93. So when I apply the condition followed by the where clause, and which column I wanted to apply condition, that column name I have to give followed by the where keyword. So marks 1 greater than 93 I have given. If I give like this, what will happen? So those who have got marks greater than 93, only those records will be retrieved. Yes, or equal to 93. So if you see here in this table, greater than or equal to 93. So only 2 students have got marks greater than or equal to 93 and all others are less than that. So only Siddharth and Monica alone will be retrieved over here. Can you see? Siddharth and Monica name alone will be retrieved. And here if you see, These are some of the examples where you can apply for using the relational operators along with the where clause. Not only based on the marks but also based on the names or based on the roll numbers. So anything you can do. So I'll show you an example based on this for the where clause. So if you see here I'm going to give select name marks from learner table where marks greater than 80 if I'm going to give like this. So what will happen, select name marks from learner, that is from the learner table where marks greater than 80 if I give, the students those who have got marks greater than 80 only their names alone will be retrieved. So if you see here, look at the table which we have already. Those who have got marks greater than 80, Sehal, Kaur, followed by Monica and then Jatinder, except George and Lakshya. All the other names will be displayed. Can you notice the difference? So this is how it works actually. So based on these examples also we can work. For example, based on the name you can retrieve. So with the same query, instead of marks, if I wanted to work with where name equal to Kaur. So whenever you come across a string, always you have to enclose within the quotes. So when I give where name equal to Kaur, only the Kaur name alone will be retrieved. Can you notice the difference here? So this is how you have to filter the records by using the where clause. So by using the where clause you can filter the records as per your wish. So now you can also use the relational operator in a more interesting way. So instead of equal to, where name not equal to Kaur, if I'm going to give like this, what will happen here is except Kaur, all the other names will be retrieved. See here? Here I have given name equal to Kaur, which means only this particular name will be retrieved. But if I give name not equal to Kaur, what will happen? Except this name, all the other names will be displayed in the table. And I have used only name and marks column. So I have retrieved only these two columns. So that is the reason why name and marks column alone has been retrieved. Yes, in the same way the other queries which has been given here will work. If I give roll number less than or equal to 3, so the roll number which is less than or equal to 3, that alone will be retrieved. So see here, R number less than or equal to 3. If I am going to give, only the first 3 roll numbers will be retrieved. Can you notice the difference? So only the first 3 roll numbers, which is Sehal, Kaur and Monica Rana, 1, 2 and 3. Yes, and not more than that will be retrieved. If I give not equal to 3 except the roll number 3, all the other roll numbers along with the contents will be displayed. Now you understood. So this is how this where clause will work up. So I hope you understood the session and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.